Now, the maps are free, and Visit Clarksdale says that they will send one to anyone who requests one.
Fox 13 News at 6 starts now with breaking news.
We continue following breaking news tonight. Shelby County Health Director Elisa Haushalter has resigned in the wake of a scandal over mismanagement of COVID-19 vaccines. At 5, we told you her last day on the job, March 15th.
So let's get you up to speed. This is what you need to know. A state investigation found that a volunteer might have stolen vaccines from the vaccination site at the Pipkin building. Another volunteer inappropriately vaccinated at least 2 children at a different location as well.
We now know the FBI has been asked to investigate and that more than 2,500 doses were wasted. That's one of the largest wastes of vaccine in the country. We have crews covering the story from all angles and parts of the counties, from the health department and the Shelby County Mayor's office to the Pipkin building.
Let's begin with Fox 13's Kirsten Garris. Kirsten, you just had the chance to talk to Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris. Earlier this evening, he said that he was in the hot seat before the county commission.
Yeah, very much in the hot seat. And the theme of that meeting tonight was disappointment. County commissioners say they're disappointed with what happened. They're disappointed that they could not get clarity directly from Director Haushalter tonight. And they are disappointed that they were kept out of the loop as all these different things were happening. Now, the state's review, as you pointed out, found more than 2,500 expired and unused doses in Shelby County. Commissioners asked Mayor Harris and his administration if anyone received any of those expired doses. Harris said they don't have any knowledge of that happening. Several commissioners say they wish they had been informed much earlier about these incidents. Some of them said they even found out about the expired doses on the news. Harris said they will be more transparent in the future as they work to rebuild trust. During a separate briefing tonight, I asked Harris directly about his involvement in this process and how much responsibility he takes for his actions.
I do bear responsibility as one of the leaders in this community, and I'm going to have to work hard to rebuild public trust.
And as we told you earlier, that Dr. Haushalter's last day in office will be March 15th, but Mayor Harris says that's not necessarily when her resignation will take effect. Now, later tonight, starting at 9 o'clock here on Fox 13 News, you'll hear more from commissioners on both sides of the aisle about what has happened and also the county's plans to rectify what has happened here. Live in downtown Memphis, Kirsten Garris, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Kirsten. Meanwhile, the state of Tennessee has asked the FBI to look into claims that a volunteer might have stolen vaccines from the Pipkin building.
Fox 13's Tony Sloan is live downtown outside the county mayor's office. Tony, you talked to the state health director today. You talked about this and other issues with the vaccine handling right here.
Yeah, Tennessee Health Commissioner Lisa Piercy said today Shelby County has shown a lack of accountability and communication. In addition to a report of possibly stolen doses, we've learned that 2 children were inappropriately vaccinated at the Appling site. That all happened in the same day. Dr. Piercy says the children actually had appointments to get vaccinated, but the FDA has not approved any vaccines for children. The state says that they're still unclear about how the children even got the appointments in the first place. The state says even though this and the possible thefts happened February 3rd, they didn't get word of it until yesterday, more than 3 weeks later.
On the February 3rd date. So yesterday was February 25th. It was the first time we had been made aware of this potential theft on February 3rd. To our knowledge and in the documentation provided by Mayor Harris, that was not reported to any state or federal authorities.
Dr. Piercy says they reported the possible thefts to the FBI. This afternoon, the Shelby County Health Department released this statement saying although there were no witnesses to a theft, staff were suspicious of the volunteer who is a medical professional and that the Shelby County Health Department removed the volunteer from the premises. And the site supervisor contacted law enforcement regarding the incident. Law enforcement concluded that there was insufficient information to file a report of any theft or unlawful activity. We're told the state is communicating with the FBI and that there's more expected to come from this investigation early next week. The state says it has no updates or info on the children, and the volunteer who reportedly stole the vaccines is no longer working with the county. Live downtown, Tony Sloan, Fox 13 News.
All right. Thank you, Tony. So we first learned about a week ago from Shelby County Health Department that 1,300 of its COVID vaccine doses expired. But state regulators say they eventually figured out The number of wasted doses was nearly double that amount. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon joins us live from the Shelby County Health Department. So, Dominique, I'm still stuck on the text message you uncovered and shared during Fox 13 News at 5, where someone said, I'm at a wrestling match, and they said, okay, have a great weekend. So the state says it took days to figure out the real number of doses that were actually wasted.
That's right, Maura. It takes days. Speaking of that text, there were other emails and calls that were pretty similar. There was no mention of the vaccine doses that had expired, which is part of the reason that the Department of Health said it took them so long to get back to the county. But speaking of the amount of doses that were finally reported on February 19th, we're told more than 1,300 doses were reported to the Department of Health by Shelby County. Immediately, the Department of Health came on down here, counted the vials themselves, and they say that in those vials, more than 1,600 had actually expired. So a lot more than the health department initially claimed. And then we're told that Monday, just as recently as Monday, the county came forward and said that they let another 840 go to waste, and that doesn't count the more than 1,000 doses that went to waste early this month, as well as hundreds in the weeks to follow. Now, the county health department said that they tried to reach out to the Department of Health, but no one got back to them, while the Department of Health says that they didn't show any urgency. Take a look at this email. It was somewhat similar to the text message that I also showed you guys at 5 o'clock. Here you can see that Director Lisa Haushalter said to the state medical officer, Dr. Fiskus, "Good afternoon. I'm sending you this email as a follow-up to messages that Judy and I have left requesting a call when your time permits." State Health Commissioner Lisa Piercy said Haushalter didn't say anything about expired doses when they talked 10 days ago either.
At the end of the day, there does appear to be a lack of accountability and, in some sense, leadership, which has undoubtedly potentially harmed some folks and withheld vaccine from people who need it.
Now, the city of Memphis is now over transporting these doses as well as making sure that they store them properly. And there is a State Department of Health team that is currently in Shelby County overseeing, making sure that what happened this month doesn't happen again. The CDC is also sending one as well. Reporting live downtown, Dominique Dillon, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Dominique. And as state and federal investigators dig into what happened, Tennessee's governor says he is focused on the new distribution process. Fox 13's Jackie Massey is live at the big vaccination site there at the Pipkin building. Jackie, the governor was there today. He talked about the changes in leadership, and I would imagine for many people, probably most of us, we're all glad that someone's looking forward now as well.
Yeah, the governor's relieved, and he says that the city of Memphis has a strong and clear plan, and he wants as many people vaccinated as possible. And if you take a look, I'm at the Pipkin building, and there's a bunch of people just waiting in the parking lot who just got vaccinated. Now, Governor Bill Lee said he is disappointed, though, with the results of a state investigation, which detail expired and unused vaccines, and even an allegation that a volunteer here at the Pipkin building may have stolen some doses 3 weeks ago. And Governor Lee said the city of Memphis is doing a great job taking over the vaccination process, and he believes things will run smoothly from now on.
The most important thing that we have to do right now is to make sure that Shelby Countyans get vaccines and that there not be any break in that process. We're very focused on that. We're very hopeful about the process that's been put in place.
Now, if you have a vaccination appointment this weekend, don't worry, you can still go and get vaccinated. And as for next week, there are still several available appointments, and you should sign up. You can go to our website and find out more information at fox13memphis.com. Reporting live, Jackie Massey, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Jackie. Last month, we told you Shelby County had created a program called VaxQ. It's a waiting list that you can join if you couldn't get an appointment to find out about unused doses that may be available at the last minute. The health department told us as of Wednesday, more than 47,000 people signed up. We now know the health department had stockpiled 51,000 doses. Mayor Lee Harris said a lot of those were being held for teachers who were not yet eligible for shots in Shelby County. The city of Memphis took over VaxQ yesterday.
We're also following a big weather story right now. Rain and lots of it. Chief Meteorologist Joey Sullipek is in Severe Weather Center 13, tracking all that green we see there on Clearview radar, Joey.
Yeah, Daryl, we are looking at on again, off again pockets of rain as expected, but the lots of it part Daryl was just referencing is how much we expect to add up as we go into the next 5+ days. Right now it's rather quiet. Let's say the northern portion of 240 to the north, Millington, Atoka, not much happening. About the center of Memphis southward, a little bit more action happening, some little pockets coming through, and all part of this line is really where we're seeing most of the activity coming across the Mississippi River from Arkansas to North Mississippi, and you can see southern portions of Shelby County, as I mentioned. So it is making its way through, not just on everybody at the same time. That's going to be the story likely overnight and into your Saturday before we hit a much soggier Sunday and our best chance to see some thunderstorms. 7 to 9 tonight, widely scattered showers moving through, and those mid-50s out there. It does feel cool. You do need the raincoat and the umbrella running those Friday night errands or just for your Friday night plans. Be careful out there. We need to get you prepared for when the most of the rain arrives going into Sunday, and we're going to talk about those rain totals as well. And we'll have that story coming up in just about 8 minutes.
And guidelines for Juke Joint Festival. Mask up or get the blues because you might be left out. That story coming up.
So if you watch Good Morning Memphis from 4:30 to 10, we're going to make sure that you have everything you need to be prepared.
We tell you what you need to know before you walk out the door.
Well, Brittany is actually looking at all of this data, trying to figure out how the weather is going to impact your life that day and the next few days.
We're not only tracking accidents happening right now in the real-time traffic center, we're also tracking where we have closures and events that can slow things down later on. If you're not prepared when you leave the house, then we haven't done our job.
Dinner with the Drakes tonight? Alexa, ask Buick to start my Encore GX. For filet.
You know this dinner's for their
Kids. Thanks for watching them. Where's the pizza?
The Buick Encore GX. Get this low mileage lease on this 2021 Buick Encore GX for around $189 per month.
See your Mid-South Buick dealers.
What kind of value are you looking for with your next new vehicle? With Subaru, you get Kelley Blue Book's 2020 Best Resale Value brand, 2020 Lowest 5-Year Cost to Own brand, and Most Trusted brand for 6 consecutive years. No wonder Kelley Blue Book also picked Subaru as their 2020 Best Overall brand. A trusted brand and a proven value. It's easy to love a Subaru.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 63 months on select new 2021 models.
Turn on the TV news in any city, and you will find there are numerous images of black men. The representations of black men typically fall into 3 categories: athletes, entertainers, and criminals. The compelling voices featured in What About Me cross a wide spectrum of achievers, such as attorneys fighting for civil and social justice, entertainers creating diverse media content, and young teens finding their way through today's society. Please join us as we explore this remarkable celebration and momentous journey.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making black history right here in the Mid-South.
Fox 13 celebrates Black History in the Making. Sponsored by Blue Care Medical Academy, training caring hands to serve your loved ones.
Call 526-2126. IHOP has new breakfast burritos and bowls. With 6 tasty options starting at $5.99, and you can get them to go. Do you need a burrito? Yeah. Coming in hot. It is hot.
New burritos and bowls starting at $5.99 in IHOP.
What if Sun-Maid raisins were just the beginning? A naturally sweet start to a world of delicious flavors like sour candy and s'mores. All from Sun-Maid, and all made with whole fruit. Imagine that!
The
Fox 13 Severe Weather Team is always here to keep you alert in times of severe weather. Trust the Fox 13 Severe Weather Team for weather coverage you can count on.
This is Fox 13 News.
Tonight, help for struggling families in need of internet services during the pandemic. Money is going to low-income households who have trouble connecting or staying connected to the internet. And tonight's Making It in the Mid-South, Fox 13's Siobhan Riley shows us how this new program works.
Times are already hard for Sharon Morning. She filed for unemployment in November after getting laid off, a job loss victim of the pandemic. Like many Memphians, she says she still hasn't received her unemployment benefits.
It's horrible because, you know, there are bills that need to be paid. There are necessities that must be met.
To make matters worse, Morning says sometimes it's tough for people like herself to find reliable access to the internet to search for jobs, check on her unemployment claim, and download documents needed to apply for work online.
It can be discouraging.
The FCC just approved a $50 monthly credit to help low-income families like Morning pay internet bills, stay connected, and get more reliable service. In other words, close the digital divide that has become apparent during the pandemic. Some people I spoke with said they wonder how programs like this will help people who only have access to a cell phone where they can get the internet, but many families don't have laptops or computers. People like Sharon, who remain skeptical and hopeful at the same time.
Useless, almost to the effect where most of our people don't even know how to use the internet, you know, and having a tool there that you can't get to, what use is that? With my age and my eyesight, you know, I do need the computer, you know, the desktop, you know, it makes things easier using.
In South Memphis, Siobhan Riley, Fox 13 News.
New details tonight about the precautions for the return of one big event that we all love, the Juke Joint Festival, the largest event in all of Clarksdale. Every year attracts as many as 10,000 people a day. Fox 13's Tom Dees explains now the steps being taken to get that festival back live after last year's was canceled.
Juke Joint Festival organizer Roger Stoley tells me, if you're coming, you're going to have to wear a mask. It's even on this year's posters. He says, unlike years past, you won't be able to get really close to the bands, and they will be socially distanced from you.
For the more limited indoor shows that we have than usual, we have clear virus protectors in front of the musicians, things like that. Will it be normal? It will not be normal. Can you have a great time? You can absolutely have a great time.
Juke Joint Festival organizer Roger Stoley tells me that fans are being told that if they can't go by the health guidelines set for Juke Joint, to pick another year to come instead.
And it will be the pandemically modified version. So if you don't want to wear one of these, if you don't want to do a lot of this, then I'll tell you what, just wait till next year. We'll put it on next year and you'll love it.
Stoley says you will also have to have your temperature checked to get in. Outdoor events will be smaller and more spread out.
For the events that we do, we will be as careful, safe, and smart about it as we can be. For example, we will have fewer outdoor small stages this year, just because the whole scope is going to be smaller and more spread out.
In Clarksdale, Tom Dees, Fox 13 News.
Now, the people who put the Juke Joint Festival on say the smaller crowds and the smaller settings have the potential to make the shows and the interaction between the bands and the fans a much more intimate experience.
Rainfall moving through right now as expected for your Friday night plans. A couple of small pockets out there on top of Parkway Village, just north of Shelby Farms and into the Fisherville area, Collierville. You're looking at some rain moving through as well. And all of this part of the bigger expectation of widely scattered rain for tonight and into tomorrow happening across West Tennessee. Better formed line of rain shaping up just to the south to southeast, or excuse me, southwest of Memphis, moving to the northeast rather. And if that moves over your community, you've got a better chance of getting a decent soaking as it's pretty well formed. And we've got some nice reflectivity coming out of that. Let's track this going into your Saturday. Saturday's not going to be a washout. It's just going to be an overcast day with some sprinkle chances. This is roughly 7 o'clock in the morning. Best chance of waking up to some light rain is going to be from Bolivar down to New Albany. Things are relatively quiet until we hit early afternoon, early evening, let's say 3 to 5 p.m. Here comes more rain pockets for Saturday, 5:30 to 10. Again, not a washout. Sunday is when things ramp up, and that occurs mainly in the afternoon hours. Scattered showers Sunday morning, mid-60s, so we're very warm. The warm front has surged northward, but then it begins to get pushed back to the south by a cold front. And what that's going to do, roughly noon into the early afternoon hours, is ramp up the rain and our chances for some thunderstorms. That's going to be, I think, our most active overall rain event. We've been saying that for the past 5 days, that Sunday was really the target day. Our best chance for some heavy downpours, likely some lightning and some thunderstorms. We're watching this one really closely. At this point, it doesn't have the parameters it really needs, all the ingredients it needs to be a tornadic event, but we're watching that very closely to see if there are any changes in the updates. So make sure you're checking in this weekend as well. As we head into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can see that we've got just about 1+ inches of rain in Memphis, up to 1.5 inches. As you go to Somerville, Bolivar, it could be closer to 2 inches of rain. And then we'll be throwing more water on top of that next week. As we go into tonight for your Friday night plans, dress warm. It's cool outside, mid-50s out there with these small pockets of drizzle. And that will be the story for tomorrow. Saturday won't be a washout by any stretch, but just be ready for that rain. It gains momentum into Sunday. Saturday morning at 8 a.m., 50 degrees. Temperatures will be getting into the mid-60s, so you can see the energies out there. We do have a lot of warmth in the atmosphere. The daytime high tomorrow will be near 66 degrees, around 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Here's your next 7 days with that weekend is always in view. And we've got cooler temperatures arriving for your Monday and your Tuesday. You are watching Fox 13 News at 6.
I'm a member of American Home Shield, which means this faucet may be freaking out, but I'm not.
All good here.
Something's wrong with my AC. It's blowing pretty hard and it won't turn off. Luckily, I'm a member of American Home Shield. My plan helps cover the cost when parts of more than 20 home appliances and systems wear out. If they can't repair them, they'll replace them.
American Home Shield is the largest and pays the most home warranty claims.
It covers things home insurance doesn't, no matter their age. It's a beautiful day. I've never felt so good. For a free quote, go to ahs.com. That's ahs.com. Hey, Janice!
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making Black history right here in the Mid-South. They led thousands of Memphians for days of protests. Frank Gotti and Devontae Hill helped Memphis lead the nation, peacefully supporting the Black Lives Matter movement and making history for their dedication to raising the voices of Memphians.
Fox 13 celebrates Black history in the making, sponsored by Great American Home Store. There's no place like home.
The locally owned Great American Home Store's goal from day one was to offer a fair measure for a fair price with the best buying experience possible. In 2020 and even now, we face challenges with factories struggling to get their workforce back and supply chains flowing again. We appreciate your understanding when delays beyond our control happen. We're doing all we can to continue offering the best product and experience possible. So thank you from the Great American Home Store for your continued support.
AutoNation announces savings so incredible they'll make you go, wow! One weekend only. Take 10, 20, 30% off brand new vehicles. AutoNation's Weekend of Wow is back.
Wow! This is your chance to get 30% off select new 2020 Ford vehicles. Online and in-store, you'll see vehicles priced to wow. Plus, every vehicle we sell is sanitized. This weekend at AutoNation Ford.
At Team NST, we're always trying to help you get more money for your auto or truck wreck case.
Like a bunch of money that I deserve for my injury.
Call us at 683-7000 because at Nahant, Saharovich and Trotz will work to get you lots.
When severe winter weather struck the South and our region last week,
The employees of MLGW and TVA, working in partnership, maintained the safe, reliable power Memphians expect and deserve. Together, our employees worked around the clock to keep the communities of Memphis and Shelby counties lights on and your homes safe and warm. We thank the employees of MLGW and TVA for their preparation and hard work.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making Black history right here in the Mid-South.
Fox 13 celebrates Black history in the making. Sponsored by Henderson Funeral Home. 100% family owned with a new location coming to South Haven. This is Fox 13 News.
An 8-year-old girl in Colorado has formed a very special bond of friendship with the mailman. Ivy Hutchins has autism. Her mom says that she doesn't make friends easily and she connects more easily with adults. Every day, Ivy waits on her porch for Bruce the mailman to deliver to the house. He's delivered more than just the mail. For Christmas, for instance, he gave her a postal sweater. And for her birthday, she got a card signed by all of her friends at the local post office.
She's always just brought a smile to my face.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
The mailman.
The mailman.
Bruce has delivered the mail to the family for several years now.
In honor of Black History Month, Fox 13's Family Focus is taking a moment to recognize the impact of contributions by African Americans in our community. So tomorrow, join us for a Fox 13 special honoring Black History Month and the people and places that have forever changed the lives of generations past and those to come. Again, that's tomorrow on Fox 13 at 6:30.
As we've talked about many times here on Fox 13, we don't see big swings in the temperatures when we have lots of cloud cover overhead and the air mass is not in a huge motion. So numbers tonight stay pretty flat in those cool low 50s. We hit the high 40s tomorrow morning between, let's say, 4 and 6 a.m. But overall, it's going to be sort of an on-again, off-again drizzle night with jackets needed. We got more storm potential on the way, and we'll talk about that tonight at 9.
All right, thank you, Joey. And thank you so much for watching Fox 13 News at 6.
TMZ is next. We're back here tonight for Fox 13 News at 9 and 10. Have a great night, everyone, and be safe.
For everything you need.